The Kitchner stitch is a way of grafting or sewing two pieces of fabric together, two pieces of knitting together. It's used most often for the toe of a sock or the bottom of a bag, any place that you need a perfect seamless join where you can't tell where it was stitched together. We're going to do this with our yarn tail and with a needle, and we're going to pretend that this needle, or that this yarn needle, is a knitting needle. What we're going to do is we're essentially using our needle to weave across here the path of what the stitches would be to connect them all together. We're going to do a setup row, and we're going to put our needle through our front stitch as if to purl, and pull it all the way through. Then we're going to put it through our back stitch as if to knit, and pull that all the way through. That's our setup. Now we're going to actually start grafting and dropping stitches off. Just remember that the front likes knitting, and if you knit the front stitch, you can drop it off. The back likes purling, so if you purl the back stitch, then you can drop it off. And after each stitch where we drop it off, we're going to do another setup for the next stitch. So we're going to knit our front stitch right here and pull it all the way through, and we can drop that baby off and pull it a little snug. We're going to set up our next stitch by purling it. And we're going to move to the back now and do 2 stitches in the back. We're going to purl that first stitch, and we can drop him off, and then we're going to knit the second stitch to set it up, and we'll repeat. So we are going to knit the front stitch, and we can drop that off. Then we're going to purl the second stitch. We're going to move to the back now, and we're going to purl the back stitch, and we're going to knit the second one to set it up. You notice that whatever we do last on the back, we're doing first on the front, and vice versa. So we just knitted in the back, so we're going to knit in the front. And we can have that one drop off because the front likes knit. And then we're going to purl the next one to set it up. And we just purled the front, so we can purl the back, and we can drop that one off. Then we're going to knit the next one to set it up. Knit the front, drop it off, purl the next stitch to set it up. Purl the back one, drop it off, knit the next stitch to set it up. Now we're to our last 2 stitches, and we can just finish that off by we'll knit that one off, and we'll purl the back one off. You want to make sure that you're pulling snug as you go along so that it can form your stitches in between. And as you can see, it's formed a nice graft all the way across, and it looks like it's a perfectly seamless piece of knitting, and you can't tell where it was.